What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the effortlessly entertaining Dr. Disaster. And when Silent Hill F was first revealed several months ago, they put out this trigger warning here for the game, and that gave off some red flags for me.
Don't be a pussy.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still hopeful that this game will end up being okay. I love the Silent Hill franchise, it just doesn't look good when they feel compelled to issue warnings like this one, where they have to say shit like, oh, this game depicts gender discrimination. The game is set in Japan in the 1960s and doesn't reflect the values of the developers of this game. When I see garbage like this, I am naturally repelled by it.
You disgust me. You disgust everyone.
Like I said, I'm still hopeful that Silent Hill F will be good. I love the Silent Hill franchise. It's an important cornerstone for the entire horror genre, so seeing the franchise actually take some positive steps forward with a good new game would be an amazing development. But once again, there are more red flags that are surfacing concerning this game. The trailer they released for this game looked pretty good. Honestly, it's just the words from the developers that are throwing me off. These guys need to learn a new marketing strategy. I call it,
shut the f*** up!
Seriously, the producer and director of this game just came out and they told us that they are making the game more action-oriented, trying to appeal to a new, younger audience, which, I don't know about you guys, but in my mind, they might as well call this the MoDeRn AuDiEnCe that they're trying to appeal to. And, to top it off, they are vocally attempting to make this game as different from Silent Hill 2 as possible, at least when it comes to gameplay. Now, from my point of view, doing your best not to make a game that reminds people of easily the most beloved game to come out of your IP, well, that makes me want to ask these people a very straightforward question.
Are you people f***ing retarded?
Yes, yes, yes!
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I've also begun uploading some content onto Rumble, so make sure that you follow Dr. Disaster over there, and don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference, but Silent Hill F is not on that list, or at least it isn't yet. I'm still holding on to hope, though it is becoming a slimmer hope that the game will end up being cool. At this point, I'm still leaning towards Silent Hill F being alright. The videos that I've seen of the gameplay, like what I have playing in the background here, they look pretty solid. But what the makers of the game have said about it here definitely gives me pause. When combined with those trigger warnings that I showed you earlier that they issued when the game was first announced, that was enough to make me at least roll my eyes a little bit. Like I said, I'm not calling the game woke. Not yet. The protagonist looks like a normal female character, and that's cool. Usually, making them super homely or manly or something like that is a sign of a game embracing progressive politics, but that doesn't appear to be what we're getting here, at least not at first blush. But let's take a look at what the makers of the game just specifically said about it. This article here from Video Games Chronicle, link in the description, talks about what was said. Down here, the article reads, in an interview with GameSpark, as translated by Automaton, the Silent Hill series producer and Silent Hill F director were asked why the game has more action than previous entries in the series. The director explained stated that the shift to action was a deliberate attempt to avoid repeating the typical Silent Hill formula and try something different instead. We didn't want to end up recreating Silent Hill 2 over and over again, and we were aware that there was no reason to keep making clones of it, he said. So, in order to avoid repeating what previous major titles did, we decided to make the action stand out more. And I've got to pause and say that I can think of reasons as to why someone ought to make so-called clones of this successful game, because gamers loved Silent Hill 2, and the point of making this game in the first place was to make money, was it not? And look, I'm all about people having artistic integrity or whatever. I'm willing to give them a chance by trying out something new, but the power of taking a successful gameplay formula and putting it in a different setting with a new story, the power of that cannot be overstated. One of my favorite franchises is Uncharted. I really like those games. They're a great way for me to unwind because I love the combat. It doesn't matter which one of them I pick up, it's always familiar, and whenever they came out with a sequel, I was always right there to play it immediately because, while they may expand on the gameplay a little bit, I was always confident they wouldn't change it up too much, and it would be like playing the old games, but with a new and exciting story. Maybe there are people out there who disagree with my take on this sort of thing, and that's cool, but this sort of approach to sequel design, where you change everything up just for the sake of it, is a potential problem for me. But reading on, it says, the producer added that by making a more action-focused game, Konami may be able to encourage those who have never played a Silent Hill game before, especially newer generations who didn't grow up with the series, to try it out. The Silent Hill series isn't considered a game that has entertaining action per se, but as we're opening our doors to new players, we began to wonder what it would be like if we added more of those elements into the game, he explained. Challenging action games are gaining popularity among younger players nowadays, so I believed that if we implemented such elements into the game, it would resonate well, even with people who are new to the series. And that is the crux of the problem that I have right there. It doesn't sound like they're making a game for the sake of creating something that they themselves would enjoy. They're making it in order to make it as commercial as possible. This isn't artistic integrity. This is corporate commercialization, which is where the attempt to court the MoDeRn audience came from in the first place. It's inauthentic, and I don't like it, not one damn bit. What this really sounds like to me is that they're trying to make the Silent Hill version of Resident Evil 4, and most of the time, it doesn't work that well for a game company that tries it. Resident Evil 4 ended up being quite good, but it's the exception. They changed things up, and people ended up liking that game, but most of the time, these sorts of reworked games end up being an inferior cast-off of what people used to love about an IP. Just look at the past few Final Fantasy games, where they have utterly abandoned the turn-based combat that they used to use in favor of more action. They've sold a hell of a lot less copies than previous entries. Chasing after a new audience is often a way to drive away an established audience. And maybe I'm just being a bit touchy when it comes to this sort of talk, but after years and years of having franchises that I used to love tell me that it's no longer being made for me, I think I have the right to at least raise my eyebrows when someone talks like this. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you think about the way that they're describing Silent Hill F? Do you think the game will end up being good, or does this sort of thing scare you off? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.